to this. Continue building my ship. I've added more to it, make sure to make it day. So it's easier to see. Sunrise, so we get the most out of the day. So off camera I began to add a bit of, the external world. We got a bit of a beach going. We got this. We got a bit of some shops. And they have timed roofs, so as the sun comes out, all the lights have come on because it's come day. This will become a build probably for a separate stream, or I might just build it off camera. Depends. An F2 location. Final Freddy's. Either way, I've had some thoughts about this design. I think these rooms are too big, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in some ballast and fuel tanks, which would have realistically been on the ship. I'm also gonna run the walls all the way back today. So this means I sorry, basically speaking for the VOD at the moment, because last time I checked there's no one here yet. Let me just go to set things up so I can see what's happening. Like chats and all that. Alright, there you go. Chicken stuff. Alright, okay. So, adding fuel and ballast tanks to make the interior a bit more squishy and less big of a space for me to work with for the engine rooms, and sending these walls all the way up to the back. That's what my plan for today is. Let's get straight into it by knocking out, clearing out this room so I can add in the fuel tanks and ballast tank. That can stay there because that is part of the double hull. I guess actually I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how much I'm cutting out of this room on both sides to turn into fuel and ballast tanks. Basically, fuel tanks will be at the bottom, ballast tanks will be at the top. They are going to be marked roughly. Let me see here. There. Oh, that's off by 1 block. Doesn't matter. I get the correct. So see, this is going to all that space. It's now going to become fuel and ballast tanks. Obviously, I'm going to leave them empty because the ship is obviously sitting in a dry dock. There's no need for them to be at all, full of any. I guess I'd use water in this scenario. There's no reason to do that. It's simply just going to be fuel tanks. I'm not going to segregate the fuel tanks at all or anything. I'm just going to, I actually could have kept. Nah, I couldn't. So see, now this is going to be a slightly smaller sized room, as always. It's going to come at the added benefit of more realism. And, well, I was very much puzzled. Like off camera I was trying to think of how I'd build the engines, and I was completely lost for how I'd do it. So, because it's just such a big area, it's hard to actually build anything like that. It could look like an engine without it just looking like super wide, like a turtle. So I figured if I make the room roughly this wide, it actually be a lot easier for me to work with it. Makes the ship more realistic. But this whole fuel tank, ballast tank design actually comes from Battleship Bismarck, German Battleship Bismarck. That's where I got inspiration for this design from. It's actually from a battleship. I saw some blueprints of the ship, since it's a ship that I really enjoy looking into the details of, and I saw that it was had a very unique protection system, the battleship. So I'm using its fuel ballast tank design There's a llama somewhere. Hopefully inside this fuel and ballast tanks. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any lights in there because there's no reason to. They're quite literally empty space where fuel and water would go. It would be the water tanks and the fuel tanks. I don't know how a real ship works. I'd imagine as the fuel empties, the ballast tank above would fill to keep weight equal. I'd assume that would be the premise. Well, at least on my ship, that is, since this is my ship, I'm going to say that's how the ship operates. For keeping the ballast ship stable. So yeah. Anyone got any questions or comments, or want to start some combos with me? Some conversation? Yeah. I should make a playlist soon. Taking the VODs, turn it into a playlist so people can see what's happening. And just find a playlist where they can just watch the whole thing through. Actually, hold up. Oh, wait, live chat. Which was at a setting different. Alright. There you go. That's one fuel and ballast tank done. We'll set it to the opposite side. Do the exact same thing, I'm sorry. This probably isn't the most interesting content in the world. Wouldn't blame you for thinking that. Wait. How many blocks? 3. Just had to double check the overall size of these. So there's gonna be the new wall. Yeah. 8 minutes and I'm actually got a lot done so far. So I'm not going to do any interior work today. I kind of just want to actually get the walls of the hull done, because honestly, like, it's been like this the 3rd stream, and what I'm starting in this compartment. Didn't even finish this compartment when I stopped streaming, so needed to play catch up. Well, I guess I won't actually be finished with this compartment even by the end of today, because I won't have the engines in or anything, but you know, I should hopefully have full ship and everything, which means then at one stage I'll have to go AFK to quickly pull out my computer to so I can pull up blueprints, because the stern is such a complicated shape on this ship that I'm actually gonna have to. I do actually have it docked down how it's meant to look. So I'll probably start by building these fuel tanks all the way back. And then I'll do I'll do floors. Actually, no. Wait. Me just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Sorry. As I'm literally building the ship. Alright, there we go. Halfway, we got the fuel tank done. Now, sending up to build the ballast tank. Oh, well, I'll just go back over here. One thing to remember, I am an idiot. At all times. Well, no, I'm smart sometimes. It's rather egotistical to say though. Current problem is I just want to get up, move up, but, you know, I just want the ship to begin being built, like, properly, like, you know, get some height. To be honest, I don't think I will actually, like, I will obviously, like, you know, have a interior below the waterline, but it's hard. I don't know too much about ships below the waterline, especially modern ships, so it's very hard for me to actually create, you know, something full of this space. So I do want to put an engine in here. Do wish to put an engine, but yeah, whatchamacallit, I just don't know how to build an engine, so I might. Well, I'll worry about it later. Now I've got the fuel tanks and ballast tanks added in to either side, making the rooms a bit smaller, but easier for me to put engines in. I guess it's time for me to do my goal of this stream, which is to build the walls of this ship. Actually get the hull of this entire behemoth built. So yeah. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna be quite a bit of this. Oh. This is where if I just do the entire ribs or everything. Yes, I guess I'll just rib this ship. Be easier that way. There you go. Yeah, so the ship's frame is beginning to come about. Look at my character, he's absolutely having a spaz. Send this thing all the way forward again. It's such a large scale to build it. I've never built anything of this size before. Hello? do not know what language that is, but thank you for the translation. Hello, how are you? What language is that? I do not recognize it. Well, I sort of recognize it, but I don't recognize it enough to be able to identify where from. Building a ship. So building the ship's framework. Oh wow, we just had a doubling in viewers. That's cool. Hello. Alright. We just finished up the frame for the rest of the ship here. Except for the stern, because it's gonna be a big old bag of dicks. Excuse my rather potty language just then. That was very rude of me, but it's the truth of what the stern's gonna be. The stern is gonna be a real nightmare to build. Right. Just running down all of the wall markings. Alright, I swore and the viewers went all the way down to 1. Karma. Should not have sworn. I swore and this is what happens. Right, now I guess now I got the framework for the rest of the ship out. I guess I should probably fill in the floor. That makes sense. Begin to fill in this ship. Oh boy, it stopped raining. Yep, no too much commentary, but this was just building a ship. Any name ideas for the ship? If you have a name idea for the ship, chuck it in the good old chat, and I will consider your naming, unless your naming is absolutely horrible. If your name's horrible, no, just throw names if you want to. Anyone got a name for the ship? Just throw it in the down in the chat. Have a name idea? Because the ship needs a name. Yeah. So. Alright, that social experiment worked horrible. It was so horrible, my English just then went to absolute crap. Ooh, pretty. There's sunrise. Oh, so pretty. Sunshine of the seas. That's my idea. I wouldn't be surprised if like a Royal Caribbean ship already has that name. They like to name their ships stuff like that. Oasis of the seas and all that random crap. So no one has a name for the ship. No one can think of a name, suggest a name. Quiet stream. Found all my talkative viewers. Where are they at? I'd imagine doing something better. They don't need to watch this. No one does. I'd greatly appreciate it if you did though. It gives me something to do. Well, you know, while I'm building the ship. No one has a ship name idea. It's 5:30. Why on earth am I tired? There we go. No, that compartment is... Oh, I forgot to do this, didn't I? Yep. Now that that compartment is done, I just fill this in. Spooky sound. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wonderful. This here is a fuel tank and ballast tank already existing in the forward compartment up to this one. Yep, so yep, just had a new spring in viewers. If anyone has a ship name idea, comment it. I'll put it in the chat. Have a name idea for fine vessel? Well, I'll just keep building Alright. I hope I knocked the mic away before that sneeze. So it tells me I didn't. Alright. Building less ship. Oh, Hell O? Yeah, hello. Yes, hi. How y'all doing? Yeah, hi. Do you have a name idea for the ship? Do you wish to... give me a second, sorry. Yep, I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. Sorry about that. Back to building the ship. What the hell? The hell? Alright. Is that school? What do you mean by is that school? Can you please expand on that statement? Because no, this is a ship. There's a title of it. It says I do not know. What you are referring to with that question? Please give a little more no idea. Alright, well, what was the point of that question? It just, yeah. Anyway, I have to go. Come back in one. Okay. Might be done by then. Yeah, have a good day. It probably won't be done by then. Now what? Yep, this. Why does this sound to remind me of a helicopter? There you go, that is the fuel tank done. This is a be a good time for me to now do the external wall plates. Like the part where I'd imagine the crane going and having a massive plate of steel just go onto the wall. But this is Minecraft and I don't have the ability to do that. So, yep. That's not happening. Oh. I regret that. Ugh. Oof. Smells like lunch. Excuse me. That was very rude. Yeah, 6 watching. People come and go, but come and go so frequently. Yeah. You know, I guess I probably should, at minimum, put in the floor for this corridor, for this compartment and its interior. I didn't know that I sort of done nothing with the forward, compartment. Like, behind that wall, it's just a massive empty room. Probably should do something with it. Now what am I doing? Walling up this compartment, I guess. This is the main engine room compartment. Hello, what's with the question marks? What are you questioning with them question marks? You have come to question, and what about? I'm building the ship. 9 viewers, wow, that's the highest we've had so far. Wonder how much I'll get done in today's stream. I think it's been half an hour and I've done, well, I've only spent about 20 minutes in this compartment. Spent the first 8 minutes in the other compartment. That's another compartment done. That one, well, I guess we want to begin heading up. We haven't even finished, you know, the lower half of the ship yet. And I'll put the frame up for the bow, just because yeah, if I do it, then it's out of my system. So it's just me doing the frame for this, simply because I'm bored and I want to spice things up a little. I like a bit of sporadic craziness. I am a connoisseur of chaos. Chaos is random. I can't really do a bulkhead wall because I'm gonna have to look at the blueprints for that. Fuck. Excuse me, my poor English once again. But yeah. I'm just gonna build up the frame for all this. Nothing more. Unless I feel like doing it later and I finish up all those compartments. Oh shit. Alright. I'm just gonna get rid of them later. Easier. There we go. You can still now begin to see how the bow of the ship is going to be shaped. So this white part of the ship, the hull, has another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like stories to it. Then it gets to like the larger bulk of the ship, which is then another 4 stories in its main size, but then it has like a 5th story also to it. So in total this thing sits at around like 13, 14 odd stories built, which is massive. By far the biggest thing I've ever built. So you're going to see how the bow is going to be shaped up. Yeah, okay. I'm very happy to have done that now. There we go. Can now get back to this area. This is the thing, after every compartment that I finish, I'll add another story to that bow chunk, up to 3 stories, and then after that I'll, after I'm done the 4th and final compartment that I'm doing back here, I'll plate up the stern in the bow. Right. You hear me better now. I'll put my headset on fully. Sorry for not really talking all that much. It's very hard to be able to talk for a long period of time and actually still have stuff to talk about. Yeah, that's why I usually enjoy having comments and all that stuff. It really does help. Like if you just want to have a general conversation with me, it doesn't really matter. Just any kind of interaction with viewers in the chat really helps these streams come to life. That actually makes them interesting. Whereas I'm just sitting here placing blocks, staring into space. So yeah, it's like, I'm not tired. The second I start a stream, I'm tired. Oh, it's like the 3rd part of the stream. I apologize for my gassy stomach. Let's see how long I can push this stream for. Yeah, hopefully I can, you know, get like most of the hull finished today and all that stuff, you know. Just really issues, I don't exactly know how to build these little rooms, so it's quite possible what I might do is, I might actually, yeah, I'll just have to come back to them, I reckon. That's what the easiest thing for me to do. Once I have an engine design plan. So, yeah, I can continue with the rest of the ship. But I will, you know, do it near the end. Maybe near the end I can build some prototype engines on the stream. Yeah. Get the markings out for the, you know, yeah, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a fart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Yeah, definitely the fart to come to my lunch. 100%. I can smell my lunch. 6 hours later. Let's sit up and make sure. Something like me. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm just filling the entire room first. must fully enclose the room. I'm locking him inside the fuel tank. That guy right there. He going inside the fuel tank. Oh, no, sir. I will specifically wait until you cross that line. Huh? Shut the hell up. You fool. Now you shall be sealed inside the fuel. Get back into. There you go. You shall never see the light of day again. The engine in this room might not run all too well. I think there might be a little something that might end up clogging up the fuel pipes. I don't know what it could be. See you later, dickhead. Enjoy the rest of eternity inside the fuel tank. Tell me how it is. To the darkness he goes, never to be seen again. It's quite a shame. Could have been a decent NPC in Minecraft, if it wasn't for the fact that they're all just scam artists, and just annoying. Because they're not wandering traders, they're annoying traders. It's quite simple. Right, now I need to add out this part. There we go, now we've got 2 empty blend compartments, which I will fill out in more detail later. I'm just going to add more of the bow frame. Hello. How you doing on this fine evening? Yes, right here. Shy Guy Plays. I like the name. I'm building so the framework of the bow of the ship right now. But I'm not actually gonna fully do it. Oh, I'm having a, I guess, fantastic day, I guess. Can't complain. I am a YouTuber myself. Nice. Guess I push is suspected by the name. What kind of content do you make? Yeah, feel free to plug yourself, because actually there's zero conversation happening in this stream, and I like it when there's conversation. Feel free to plug your channel. Well, I guess the channel's already been plugged to Shy Guy Plays. What kind of content do you do on your channel? Yeah, I'd assume it's Nintendo related. Roblox stuff, getting into the new Train Sim World 3. Oh, didn't know there was now a version 3 of it. Oh, I don't play Roblox anymore. Could always pick it up again, but I don't know. Roblox is like mobile Gary's mod, which I haven't never played, so I guess it's not an unfair comparison. It's a mobile child version of that, but it's a good game. Roblox, I can say that much for it. Merchandising, I do question, but overall, good game. Roblox is getting boring. Yep, agreed. It is. I guess there's only so much you can do with a game which only exists because of a fan base. Yeah. That is why I'm getting into stuff like Battlefield or Cyberpunk. Oh yeah. Yeah, like console games. Well, I guess console and PC. All these games are PC, but you know, I recognize them from. I go mobile console. Not as much based on other things. Yeah. Yeah. That's. Yeah. I've actually not tried either Battlefield or Cyberpunk. Depending on what version of Battlefield, I've heard I might actually like it. And Minecraft, because who doesn't like Minecraft? Hence the stream. Yes. Yes, it's true. Minecraft has been a game I've held dear in my heart for a very long time. And Lego train crashes are just kind of hard to do at times. So I figured, oh well, I'll just build a ship in Minecraft. You know, just stream it. Now, doesn't that just look good? Imagine that when that's all filled in. And like 5 stories plus another 4 stories. Yeah. Won't that just look really good? In my opinion, I think it will. I didn't see this thing is massive. Yeah, thank you. I didn't see there's a lot of work to do on it. If only I had the time and confidence. Oh, trust me, I have neither of those. I do got time. But, confidence, something I lack greatly in, many cases. Well, I believe in you. I never said I was giving up. because yeah, this is the biggest thing I've ever built in the game. To my life lessons right here. Yes, life lessons. Living is winning. Remember that. So long as you are happy and alive and not being a horrible person, you know, you're being a decent guy, just a good bloke, life will be good. Okay, that's just my opinion on it. Yeah. Getting into rail fanning trains, because I got 2 new cameras in it. Yeah, trains are cool like that. Trains are cool. I like trains. Oh, that's a YouTube reference. Canon T and then I have no idea what either of those cameras are, because my dad works for EM, so I thought, why not? Yep. Fair enough. Very fair. Oh dang. Yeah. The way I film my videos is quite literally just using an iPad camera, but the iPad is its storage kind of ass. Excuse my poor language just there, but yeah, language is storage is beginning to dwindle. That's not an actual word. So yeah. But yeah. Well, it's doing its job. Yeah. It's doing its job. It's, you know, building, you know, helping things out. A few other issues, like I guess in the YouTube side of things, which is why I took a massive break from YouTube for like a couple months. A few little behind the scenes issues which I don't think are proper to talk about. Yeah, I've noticed for an hour. I've gotten a fair amount done in that time. But it's just like I had to start a new channel. Oh yeah. Yeah, like yeah, but I had some issues. I have some issues currently going on in the background. That one got banned. What on earth did you do to get banned? Is it appropriate to talk about? Are you able to verbally explain why your channel got banned, or rather not say? Was it not good? Why did you get banned? Because I was doing a rail fanning video and someone just passed on the tracks, and then the next day I got banned. Bro almost died. Oh well. Huh. That's welcome to Grade Washington. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. I'm Australian, right? I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Washington people. Yes. Sounds crazy. Why would you... I'm assuming this is a freight train, correct? Freight train? I barely know how to say it. Yeah. Nope, actually. So, wait. It wasn't a freight. Early morning Amtrak. Oh, God. 4 cars. Okay, so it's a small train. But I would assume it's probably moving. It's probably booking it. Yeah. Just give me a second. What is 78 miles per hour in kilometers?
125.53 kilometers per hour.
Jesus Christ, that train was booking it. Oh, God. Wow. Who would... why would someone jump on the track? Like, we'll go on the track. Track speed is 85. Right, so train wasn't even going full speed, but oh, Jesus, that's fast. And I was like, it's still like, why would anyone actually go on the tracks? Like, I don't understand, like, you know, oh, like, quickly, like, it's a train, it's still, because they're stupid. Yes, that's actually, yeah, that's the perfect answer, because they're stupid. Yes, it's just stupidity. Like, you know, don't go in front of trains under no circumstances, right? They are very large and heavy pieces of machinery, which take a lot of time to stop. Because my mic, sorry. Because momentum is a powerful bitch. Momentum stop for no one. Yes, and trains are basically powered by momentum. That is quite literally just how they work. Pro tip, those giant railroad crossings, they have lights and make sound for, yes. They are there for a reason. It's called so that you don't get removed from the gene pool. But to be honest, if you're stupid enough to go on the tracks, maybe you should be removed from the gene pool. Just saying, putting it out there. With less stupid people, there's more smart people, which technically means that people are more smarter. I really shouldn't be promoting the idea. I should not be promoting the idea. Busy Brain Animations / Gaming is not responsible for any unsafe actions that you do after watching the stream. I am not liable. If you're gonna trespass, don't do it in front of an Amtrak train. There's people on the train. Yep. I like your statement. Yeah, don't do it on a passenger train. Or at all, yes. That might be a better statement than to say don't do it when there's people on the train, because then what, just gonna go in front of a freight train? Those things, you know, I've seen American freight trains. Those things are so much faster, so much louder, so much bigger. Yeah, I'm seeing videos of them with reduced cars to absolute little tin cans. Now you can say whatever you like. I'm all good. Yeah. I was like, I've seen freight trains, like American freight trains on YouTube, like turn cars into literal tin cans. Like, you know, like Australia, we got some. We have the Guinness World Record for largest freight train. But, you know, that was in the middle of the desert. That was in the central Australia. That train wasn't going through populated areas. You know, like Australia, we got some massive trains with, like, you know, 4 engines on the head end. But, like, you know, there's hundreds of carriages and cars. You know, there's, like... You know, but our freight trains, they go through the middle of the country, you know, carrying iron ore. So there's not many people around. So they're allowed to go at, you know, full speed and all that. With minimal worries. They don't go into the city. They get, you know, knocked on those smaller trains before they head into the city and all that. But yeah, it's like American freight trains. They go through the middle of towns and all that. And, you know, it's insane. Like to see, like, you know, how they go by and have such loud horns. Like, oh, they had such a nice design. I will say that their design probably is better than Australian trains. Get an American freight loco. Put it in the Australian desert, you know, just kicking up sand as it's going through the landscape. One time I went to Seattle and one Amtrak train, the Amtrak K-Sides train, 50, went by us at 89 miles per hour in the middle of the city. That thing came off the rails. Someone's house is being, you know, reduced to nothing. Middle of the city. Now that train goes off the rails. it is being reduced to, I can't even, verbally explain. Jesus Christ, I don't know how, 89 miles per hour is like, God, I'd be like, what, 130? I don't know the full conversion, and I can't be bothered asking Siri again. Yeah, it was in the middle of the city, like, I've seen a few freight trains in my time. None of them I've only seen one freight train in the city. It was earlier this year. And that thing was moving slow as. It was going slow. It was on an elevated track through the middle of the city. It was like, yeah, it was moving slow. It had, containers on it, probably heading down to the port. But it was like, worst thing about it is they called out an emergency right after they destroyed some rail ties right outside of yeah. So they blew up the rail ties. Like they're speeding, right? They're going and they're pulling out the rail ties, which means if there's another train coming in behind them, what the track could give out. Is that correct? It's like, it's reckless. How does that, it doesn't come across to me. Don't understand it. Going 9 miles over, going 9 miles over the speed limit. Like, that's probably like, I don't know, 20 kilometers over the speed limit. That's insane. Freight trains, American trains, they're cool, they're amazing, they're a force to be reckoned with, but maybe a little too powerful. Maybe there should be some better railroad that go like, they seem to always be crashing. Like, Amtrak has a pretty messy, record, don't they? Like that one train that went into the river, and like killed a whole heap of people and all that. Like, that's a Amtrak. Maybe we should begin thinking about slowing down their trains, or maybe get some electric trains from Japan, because those things are fairly safe, because they go fast and they don't have diesel fuel which explodes when it comes into contact with anything. Big Bayou wreck, yes. The Big Bayou wreck, yes. I'm assuming I just butchered that name. Only real American locations I know of are the ones that have a battleship named after them. But even there's like American, there's like a million different ways to pronounce. Like every single American state can be pronounced differently based on where you come from in America, I feel. Am I correct there? Depending on what accent you have. I feel like I've heard, like I watch, like battleship videos on American battleships, and depending on where the video is being filmed, the people will pronounce the ship's name differently. It's like, you bitches are from the same country. I saw a leveling Seattle on an Amtrak, and it flew off a bridge outside the. If you looked out, gee, what the fuck? Flew off a bridge. I saw that. You saw it. You saw it go. You saw it go off. Did you see it go off, or did you see the aftermath? You see the well, absolute dickhead of a driver right there. But quick question, did you see the aftermath, or were you there when it happened? You saw the aftermath. Oh god. Wait. The Amtrak train. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I've only been to America once. Didn't go on a train while I'm over there. After hearing these stories, if I ever use a train, well, in America, never going on an Amtrak. Jesus Christ. That sounds horrible. It's horrible. Like, sounds like all their drivers are absolutely out of their minds. Why am I building this wall? I'm not even doing this compartment. It's just insane. I would recommend it in the spring only. Oh yeah. It's like, that's the only time when it's actually safe. Or like the track is like good condition. The trains are moving. The weather's good for the train. Yes, I only recommend going on. I only recommend the driver going on this particular train at this certain time of the year. Any other time of the year, the train's gonna blow itself the fuck up because they lower track speed. Yeah. Yeah. Any other time, the train's just gonna destroy itself. It's like, you go to the UK. I got like, or like, you know, they got all the old steam trains like up in York. It's like, here we have all the trains that survived the test of times. You go to an American train museum. Here is a crumpled wreck of that was once known as a train, but it crashed like everything else. That's always a joke. I know there are some trains in America that still like the big boys and all that. They and yeah, it's like, oh Jesus Christ. That sounds pretty. I was joking. Do you actually go to like museums and just see like broken pieces of metal and go, ah yes, a train? Well, that sounds pretty accurate. Oh, I'm very scared of making jokes which are gonna be offensive and all that. Cause yeah, no, this is fun. I'm enjoying this conversation. Oh God. A train that has been reduced to nothing more than what looks like a what do you call it? In Australia we call them soft drink. What do you guys call them again? You call it like a fizzy drink. What do you guys refer to that as again? I've forgotten now. They have gravestones where they put the train floor for bridge at the they have gravestones there. Alright, they didn't take the victims to a cemetery. It's like, not you're being buried right where you got crushed. Right. I feel like it's rather insensitive. I don't even remember. Don't feel bad. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's why Americans call fizzy drinks sodas. They call them a soda. In Australia, it's referred to as a soft drink. Why? I don't know. But yeah, it's like, I kind of feel bad making jokes about. In English, it's too complicated. Yes. Yeah, it's like, you know, you got Americans using miles per hour, you got everyone else using kilometers per hour, you got soda, fizzy drink, soft drink. Yeah, like you know, I think Australia is the most predominant. I call them soft drinks actually. Sounds better. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but yeah, majority of America, to what my knowledge is, calls them a soda. Which I would imagine it would be just because like sodium. It was like, oh yes, this liquid has a lot of sodium in it, let's call it soda. It's like, congratulations, Coke was called Coke because it used to have an item that I just realized I can't say in it. Coke had Coke in it. Originally. It's a true story. I'm pretty sure. Do not quote me if I'm wrong. Amtrak, in a nutshell. Pay $60 for a 60% chance of flying up the rails going 1 trillion miles. Oh. Oh god, 60, that's 60 US dollars, so that would be in Australian dollars, like, about 140, oh, that's so expensive. 60 USD? Yeah. It's like, I feel I need to be a little bit sensitive when making, like, you know, train crash jokes, especially when it comes to passenger trains, since, you know, obviously people did die. But, you know, Australia's way better. Hell yeah. America, yeah, for someone who agrees with me. Mind if hell yeah, we got a whole heap of unoccupied land in the center. It's a little hot. You know, there's a few animals that can kill you, but at least if an animal, you can kind of avoid it. You can't avoid a bullet. Yeah, but we're gonna not go into that topic because I know that's like politics and all that bullshit. So we're not gonna go into there. But yeah, Australia is an alright place. There's a few things that are a little off. Yeah, Australian culture, it's gonna take a long time. Can't avoid flying off a bridge. No, well, Australia did have that happen once. I think that's the key difference though. We've only had that happen to a train once. Yeah, I think that's the difference there. The French had a train fly out the second service station though, so jokes on them. The train went out, like, you know, went out the front of a station. How do you do that? Dickheads. It happened 12 times in America. But that's roughly 12 times more than it should. Well, like, here's a quick question. Australia and America are roughly the same size. We got, like, I think it's like 7 or 6 states here in Australia. It's very complicated. America has 50 states. And we're the same size. How does that work? We got like 6 states. America has 50. We're roughly the same size. How does that work? You know, like what? Australia has Victoria, Tasmania, Queensland. I'm beginning to forget the rest. It's called I'm a retard, I'm lost on that one. Non-existence. Sense non-existence. Oh my god. My brain non-existence, apparently. Yep. Oh, that looks mad. That looks so cool. That looks cool. How did you escape the fuel tank? I got a new keyboard. It's hard to type. It's okay. I have a brain and it doesn't work too well. And it looks amazing. Nice. That's cool. Back to my favorite thing. How did you escape the fuel tank? Yeah, I'm not sure if you were there at the time, but I boxed a wandering trader into this fuel tank down there. There was one, and I just boxed him in there. Didn't see that coming. No, you probably weren't there when I did it. Yeah, but I was a wandering trader, and I quite literally waited for him to walk into the fuel tank so that I could box him in there. It's like, stay. You give me bad deals. That's very American. Yes. I'm not sure to be offended. I guess. Now basically, yeah, it kind of makes sense. There's actually way too American for Australia. Yes. Well, I guess I don't know what country I'm building this ship in. But, actually, I'm pretty sure during World War II, when they're building the cargo ships in America, I believe there was a story that 2 men actually did get trapped inside the welds of a ship. And then were only found dead the next day after running out of oxygen or something. Pretty sure that did actually happen. But God, Australia is an absolutely lunatic, insane place. Have no mistake about it. Like, I should not be alive. I've done some things probably should have killed me. None of them involved guns though, so you know, if I Australian wrestles a snake, America drinks gasoline. Yeah, in both scenarios you're dying, but one you're just downright stupid, the other one you're just drunk. Fighting the snake, oh, it's a noodle. Fight it. You're drunk. Then drinking gasoline or petrol, as it's called in Australia. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, it's just like drink gasoline, then smoke a cigarette. Just like we should going out in a flame of glory. Oh, I don't blame you. I almost got hit by a train in Pasco at night. Yeah, broke the rules. Ah. Yeah, I didn't have a train. It didn't have train. I need to tilt my chair back. What the hell? It's like, I don't know why I did like a. I was mimicking another YouTuber just then. What the hell? Nah. What? Dickheads. There's dickheads in Australia, but it's like. I didn't realize until I saw the gates go down. And I went, oh shit. Yep. That's. No train headlights. No. Well, in Australia, in Victoria at the moment, we're actually getting rid of lots of level crossings and are creating elevated track or underground track at the moment. That's a big thing that's happening in Australia, or at least in Victoria. You know, there's lots of whatchamacallit, yeah. No, I was like, that definition is it, yes. But yeah, in Victoria, we're actually getting rid of lots of level crossings, replacing them with either bridges or tunnels for our trains. So basically, our trains won't actually interfere with the roads. The trains will either go over the roads or under the roads. So there won't be any real level crossings around for cars to be hit. Yeah. We got fined for not having a car headlights on, and people pay with their lives when train headlights are on. Yep. And once again, even if you honestly, in America, I'd actually rather be killed in that situation of having my car hit by a train than surviving the impact, because the medical system over there, yeah, you have a serious injury once in your life, you're going into retirement with no money. At least that's what I'm hearing. Could be wrong. How accurate am I? Oh shit. Oh yeah, I stumbled on attempt to say. Yep. You subbed. Thanks. We're nearly at 300k. Cheers. But yeah, it's like, this is entertaining, yes. Yeah, it's like, at the start of the stream, no one was talking. It was so boring, I was just sitting here building. Then you come along, and you've made my day. There's only 6 people watching. They're not commenting, or chatting. You know, they're just watching, and that's fine. 2 of them just left. Fair enough. I just kind of insulted them. But you're chatting to me. You're making this fun and entertaining and all that. I'm sure quite a few people have left because I've said some things that they probably didn't like. Oh well. They can suck a bag of dicks, as it is said down under. You can go fuck yourself. Yeah, Australian. One thing you gotta learn about Australia. They heard me say that, and they were like, "I'm kidding." Yeah, it's like, yeah, 100%. It's either what I said about the guns or what I said about the healthcare system, and they're just like, "I'm done." No more. I will not be bullied. Oh, it's so true though. American healthcare system is arse, from what I've heard. I could be wrong. Could be entirely wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the main reason why the American healthcare system isn't all that good is because, quite simply, they're just going to assume if they're getting injured, they're going to die anyways. It really is. There's like, in Australia, we got something called free healthcare. You're born, you get a Medicare card, you can go to the hospital, and, you know, you need a serious operation, you can, you can get it. Like, obviously it's not free, there are some, stuff and all that. Oh, you get a bruise? Well, that'll be $10K. Yeah. Yeah, in Australia, no, like, in Australia, there's, healthcare system and all that, so, like, you can be injured and, you're covered for it, it's done by, taxes pay for it. I'm assuming. I don't know how this works. I'm too young to pay taxes. There's like, in Australia, it's all done by, healthcare. Very good. But, in America, I've heard, like, serious operations. Apparently some people won't even... I need to live in Australia. I would love to see the zoos there. The zoos there, here, they're alright. They seem cool. Yes. Yeah, the Tasmanian devil, though, you're not going to see too much of them. 1, they're endangered. 2, they don't like coming out. I can't remember the last time I saw one of them when I was at the zoo. Let me tell you, them bastards don't come out often. The kangaroos are cool, though. The koalas, they're cool to touch, but, only when they're being handled by a worker, or else, I'm assuming you've heard about the drop bear and all that. And how koalas will just go mad. They go mad because basically eucalyptus, the food that koalas eat, the reason why koalas are so tired all the time is because eucalyptus makes koalas incredibly high. Koalas live 90% of their life high. Like, that's why when they fall out of trees and they land on people, they just lose their shit. I was playing Minecraft by hardcore yesterday. I got killed by a stupid baby. That's a tragic end, but baby zombies are piece of... Why are baby zombies faster than normal zombies? They're a baby. Last time I checked, babies with a brain can barely walk. Why the hell can a baby without a brain literally... What was that? Yeah, it was like, yeah, that's so true. Like, how is it that a baby with a normal brain can't walk, but a baby zombie... Because Mary Jane was like, what's annoy some people? I'm pretty sure some is an understatement there, my friend. Some is not the correct word. Everyone is the correct word. Also, why the hell would you put a baby zombie in a game like this? Like, quite literally, like, forcing players into killing babies because babies are like a piece of shit. Because, my bad, the Yeah. I'm sure there's probably a few people who haven't played Minecraft. It's a game of blocks. Yes, I guess not many things do make sense in this game. I'm flying around building a ship like some sort of god. I'm a man in a tuxedo with a cape, flying around with an unlimited assortment of 1 meter by 1 meter cubes, in which I'm using to build an entire ship out of, while flying around. Like, which is like, this is like, you know, a lot of questions to be had here. Oh, it's fun. So that's all that really matters. Wait. My avatar looks like yours, but is a creeper. Right. And it's a white suit. Oh! Like Unus Annus from Markiplier. If you've watched Markiplier, I'm gonna give him a plug right now. I enjoy Markiplier. It's funny. Yeah. Yes. Honestly, it's kind of hard to not be around on the internet and not know who Markiplier is. Quite literally made a massive game franchise explode. Involved is TNT. It's all I loved. You loved it's TNT. It's all. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard if you're on the internet. It's hard for you not to know who Markiplier is, because quite simply, he's the one that made one of the biggest game franchises ever a thing. Okay. Yeah, like, quite literally. I'm literally gonna recreate, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. You know, one of the games which I remember greatly from my childhood at Markiplier playing. Yeah. Little old me. Wait, when the hell did I place that? Erase from the face of the universe. What time is it? For me, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, Wednesday the 7th of December. Australian time. Australia. Australia. I feel like I'm really completing my goals of what I wanted to do today. Well, basically build the entire lower half of the ship. I got some Cheeto Puffs. Wow. See you later, dickhead. Enjoy the ballast tank. Enjoy the little bit of light you shall see before being locked away forever. If I could actually place blocks. Yeah. Suppose this is what I did to the other guy, except the other guy I didn't spawn in, he was just naturally spawned in. See you later, dickhead. Enjoy the ballast tank filling up and drowning in rough seas. Phone went off. What is it about? Okay, cool. Well, with that, I'm basically done with lots of the wow. That's something my dad would say to yeah, just see a train going by. Oh, see you later, dickhead. It's funny how I started the stream. The white frame was not here. No, this compartment and this compartment did not exist yet. Trash. Right, I'm gonna have to grab my computer now if I want to do the stern, which I do want to do, because it's gonna haunt me if I don't do it, since I know it's gonna be complicated. So now I need to pull out my computer. Don't know how much battery it's on. Just give me a second. It's cold because I've abandoned it for a while. Alright. Oh wait, that was not a good fart. Oof. Oof. Stinky. I hit my mic. Load up computer, please. Load up your piece of shit. Alright. Well, I guess there's one perk of having a gaming PC. Yeah, I don't have a gaming PC, so yes, no perk, just a laptop. Let me a piece of shit. And I need to count pixels. Why did I design this in pixels? Just because it's actually kind of the smartest way to do it. Alright. Can you help? Yeah, join the party. Say what you want to say. We're talking about how Amtrak will kill everyone. Yeah, new person. We've been talking about how Amtrak will kill everyone, how things are stupid, and yep. And Australia on top. Right, time for me to do some. Let's see, we got 5. It's gonna be so hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move it down. Another set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How can I join the game? Because Australia hot. Yes, literally yes. Australia's been very hot recently. It's been come down. There's you cannot join the game. Unfortunately, this is a stream, not a game. No. Unfortunately, we're just enjoying a chat, having good old talk about things, having a wonderful time. Okay, so next set's gonna be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Literally, like Amtrak. What? 2. You got 3 sets of 2. Then a 1. Then 2 again. And how many 1s is that? Jesus. Almost I might swap it around like this. Yeah, let me just edit blueprints to be like so. I'm editing the design of my ship on the fly to make it a bit more. Yeah, it looks better. Alright. So, sorry guys, just give me a moment. these things happen. Design has been altered. How many sets of what am I doing? 7. Okay, so we got. Oh, JK Gaming, hello, my dear friend from the past one. I once saw an Amtrak ride yesterday. It only crashed into one car. Only one car, wow, considering the, and it was flying off the railway bridge. Yeah, it's like, geez, one car from conversations we've been having. Surprised that only one car was hit in that train crash. Hello, JK Gaming. Based that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got more things to edit about the ship design. Give me a minute. I've noticed another thing that could be made better. Alright, so there are 8. There's a set of 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. 4 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4. How long is this piece now? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next one would just be hull. So that is the curve of the stern. Yes. I need to mirror it to the other side. I looked up, has been 71 Amtrak derailments since 19. I don't even know what that. That's like 50 years. That's 51 years. That's like minimum, on average, about 2 train derailments per year. On a lucky year, there being 1. That is stupid. That is, how can a company have 51 years of service to the public with a standard of 2 derailments per year? You need to be a loaded CEO. You need to be loaded with money to be able to keep a business with that poor of a reputation afloat. It's a ship pun because I'm building a ship right now. But you can always say it's a shit pun because that is a shit average. But there was 7 of one of them. There's 7 of them 1 year. But there are only 2 fatal. It doesn't matter whether it was fatal or not. It's the fact that the train derailed. That is expensive to deal with. As a YouTuber who's crashed Lego trains, I know it's not a fair comparison, but if you've seen some of them derailments, they can really be obliterated. That is not a real life company cannot make that many trains that quickly. Alright, here's where it's going to become a bit of an asshole to do. But I'm going to have to deal with it. Because of how mirroring things work. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's right. The deadliest accident was, yeah, the Big Bayou. 47 people killed. That's not okay. It's rather tragic. There should never be that much loss of life. I know the Big Bayou incident in question was a complete utter accident. It's besides the point. That is a tragic amount of lives to lose in a single derailment I'm just standing up right now. I need to grab my iPad charger because I'm reading my comments on my iPad, and my iPad has just let me know it's at 10%. That's the wrong charger. That's the correct charger. Coming back. I'm back, and the Amtrak is in hot water right now. Really? What about? I've not been really looking into train news all that much recently. What are they hot water about? Because it got slammed into a car not too long ago. Oh. Well, of course they got crashed into a car recently. They need to keep their 2 derailments a year average up. They need to keep their average, crashes. Average worst railroad company award up. Of course. There's no other questions about it. This is fun. Alright. Alright, looking at blueprints for the stern, because the stern is a very complicated place in my design. Because it's all very much in Northern California. Oh, it's like, see, I know how to say California because there's a battleship named after it, but it's safer than driving somehow. Trains are safer than driving when it's not Amtrak. That's where that's what the statistic is forgetting to add in. Trains are safer than driving unless it's an Amtrak. Then you're guaranteed to die. Thank you for traveling with Amtrak. Ah! Let me just count some blocks right now. We've got 12 blocks, so that means to add 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11. There was one time when an Amtrak slammed into another train in New York, in North Carolina. I'm assuming that is going 85. And once again, 125 kilometers per hour. That's good God. There is no good God with train derailments like that happening. Well, that's a joke. I'm a very Catholic person. Don't go to church, so a lot of different conversation. That is just unbelievable that much fatal incidents are able to happen. It astonishes me. It's just like it's unheard of. I was like, how can, like, in history you're meant to learn, history is all about learning from your errors. Looks like not a single person in Amtrak ever went to a history class. I'm gonna use ships for an example here. I love ships. Ships are amazing. The Titanic was a great, horrible disaster. But there was a lot learned from the wreck of the Titanic. A lot. And that was one of the few good things that came out about the wreckage. Was that, a lot was learned. When bad things happen, you're meant to, training class, training class, yeah. I think they they skipped both history and training. It was like, history is so much more important than what you first might see it to be, because it is like this crucial thing that will teach you about who fucked up before you and how you don't fuck up like them. Because with history, you might be trying to solve something and the answer has already been made. I don't know if this is allowed, but I want me to send you a link to I'm good. If I want, if I want to look at train wreck images, I would. I will decline that offer. No, thank you. Yeah. History is very important, more important than most people take it for. I love history. I always talk about history, like with my family and stuff. Always relating things back to history. Because I have a great thirst for historical knowledge. Why would I want to show you pictures? Yeah, I don't exactly want to see the... I think I do not wish to see pictures of the deceased. Very much annoys me how I have to build the stone because of it's just such a reverse technique having sat at the top. I'm brainless, so am I. There's a reason why my channel is called Mizzy Brain Animations, but it's a reason I will not reveal today. Begin theorizing. I'll be back in a second. Sorry, that's just I'm about to go have dinner, so sorry, but I'm gonna have to stop the stream. I will return soon, in a little bit, not too long, but I'm about to go have dinner, so I do need to end the stream right now. So thank you for tuning in. I'll be back very shortly. Yeah, so I'll be back very soon. Alright, I'll join when I should be only like an hour or so, assuming everything goes alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back very soon.